People get mad at movie critics for getting a little emotional at times. Is that warranted? Let's talk about it.
Stop never through all that's happening.
Okay, so this video is pretty much made in response to a current epidemic going on. Now, people attribute critics who get mad at movies that they don't like as being a part of bad media literacy. I think that that's a load of bullshit. I feel like people should be allowed to feel whatever emotions they want when it comes to a movie or any other piece of media. Just because you have a certain emotion towards a movie or whatever doesn't mean that you don't understand it. That's bullshit. But here's the thing. It's not even just that's the issue. Another problem that people have when it comes to people who get mad in movie reviews is that it's apparently too negative. Now, here's the thing. I'm just gonna be 100% honest. People should be allowed to have whatever emotions they feel like when it comes to reviewing a movie. If they don't like a movie, then that's their opinion. They're allowed to have that opinion. I get it, the it's my opinion argument doesn't really, go through too well to a lot of people, because some people like to use that argument disingenuously. But in this case, it's valid because of the fact that if someone doesn't like a movie, them being negative about something they don't like shouldn't be an issue because, well, that's just them trying to share their opinion. And I don't want to be the one to use the don't like, don't watch argument, but I feel like it applies to YouTube commenters way more than it does to movie critics. Because you're not being paid to comment under, people's reviews and stuff. If you go to, Nostalgia Critic and you're all like, oh, well, if you don't like this movie, then don't watch it. He's watching it because he's getting paid to watch it. He has ad revenue from his YouTube channel and all that stuff. So, yeah, I don't really understand that side of the argument. But even then, when someone isn't getting paid to review something, like myself, for example, the reason why I do it is mainly just for the love of the game. What can I say? I'm passionate about the things that I talk about, and that does come into a lot of the stuff I say. Now, if you're going into people's comment sections just for the love of the game to harass people, that's not really a life worth living. People can have discussions about movies and start discourse and have fun talking, and that's a good thing, even if they do seem a little, angry in their videos. That's just a part of the charm for a lot of these people. People like me and other people in these spaces grew up with these content creators like AVGN, Nostalgia Critic, and all these other people, so they should be allowed to, replicate what they like, People didn't have an issue with it back in the day. I don't know why people have an issue with it now. It's really no different from how it was back then. Now, here's the thing. I don't know why people went into my comment section of my taxi driver review and started harassing me. Because it's not the same people from back then. And now, it's someone by the name of Read My Soul, who's supposed to be a anti-MAGA YouTuber. He made a video about rappers who rap for MAGA and why they suck. I went into all this detail in my response to him, but in all honesty, he's just kind of pathetic for going into someone's comment section just because, they said something that they didn't even really say. He thought that I was calling his video negative, but I was suggesting that he talk about another person by the name of Negative XP, which he didn't understand because he can't read. Yeah, that's kind of weird for someone to be left-wing and not be able to read. That's kind of a right-wing thing with a lot of right-wingers who post the, oh, it's too long, I can't read type bullshit, and it's only fucking 2 letters. You know what I mean? But regardless, though, he did send people to harass me in my previous video that I made about my top 5 favorite rappers. Okay, well, I can't really say that for sure, but I have a sneaking suspicion that that might be true. But I'm not going to sit here and say that that's 100% the case, since that would be wrong of me to say if I don't have credible evidence to that. But I do have a sneaking suspicion that that might be the case. You got retards in that comment section using the word unupload, like if the word delete doesn't exist. And just to let you guys know, no, I'm not going to delete that video. But I am willing to do a remake of that video, because in all honesty, I'm not very satisfied with the results of that video anyway, because I was kind of making it while I was kind of tired and fatigued and, sleepy. So, that's the reason why I ended up as it did. So, yeah, I'm probably going to do a better version of that video, but the list will still be the same. The video would be different in quality. But, if any of you guys have an issue with the people I picked on the list, well, you're just dumb. Okay, I'm sorry. No, but in all seriousness, telling me to delete a video over an opinion is kind of ridiculous, But it's especially ironic for someone to be, left-wing and defend a movie that's blatantly racist with N-word usage. Not even by anyone black. And a matter of fact, the movie doesn't even have anyone black in it. So that's another, point that I could have brought up in my Taxi Driver review for lacking diversity. I know some people are gonna hear that and roll their eyes, but I'm sorry. This movie came out in the 70s. This was a decade after the civil rights movement ended. Why aren't there, at the very least, a black extra or something? Any more black people than there should have been, But no, we get 0 characters who are black. But we have one character who was played by the director who used the hard R N-word. So, yeah. Look, I wouldn't care otherwise, but because of the fact that there was a director cameo with the N-word, it kind of makes the lack of black people way more noticeable. But to see a left-wing content creator, let alone a black content creator like Read My Soul, go into my comment section and complain about me being negative towards a racist movie, yeah, I'm gonna be negative towards a movie that's racist. Are you kidding me? What, you expect me to give a glowing review to a movie with a hard R N-word usage by a white guy? No. So, I don't know where you're coming from, but you seem to be very self-hating. Almost kind of like some character that I know from the Boondocks. And his name is Uncle Ruckus. I love doing that voice, it's funny. Alright, see you guys.